Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure if you saw the video on this chamomile that was the baby plant last year. I would have to go in and check, see if I posted it. But I was asked a couple questions on how do you prune or harvest your chamomile. Now they do sell, like, it looks sort of like a little bit like a shovel, and it has points on it, so you could just go and it's like a fork and it pulls them off. But you know, basically you just take it, the flower, and you pull it right off. If you want to use scissors, you can. It's not a problem. I've already picked, I did state this in a previous video, that I wanted enough to be able to fill, speak English today, to fill another jar, because I have here, I'll show you, half pint. My one has a lid that has holes on it that Jay did for me, is filled already. So I brought this one out so I could pick some chamomile and also answer the question on how do you harvest your chamomile. I usually just go right in between my fingers. Sometimes you might get a little stem. You just pull it off and you just sit here, which is a lovely little thing to do. Sometimes not, when you have this much coming in. And try to go for the ones that look like this as fast as possible, because that's one that you're about ready to miss. What was the other question? Well, let me show you some more of those that are up there. Can you see them? They're losing their petals. You have to get to them quickly or you won't get chamomile. So, of course, I don't have you on my tripod as per usual. Just come in and pick these right off. Yes, it's still chamomile. You're just missing the petals. That's why if you're going to do chamomile, try to stay on top of it and keep picking so you catch it with the leaves, which is what I normally do. I'm not sure yet. I'm not a pro. That one pulled a bunch off. If I had to just give my overall opinion, what do I think? Okay. Do I think by picking it that I'm getting a lot more? And if I just had to give, like I said, my overall opinion, I would say yes. I do think that this plant is producing so much more for me. And this is the big, let me say, we just got through Memorial Weekend. So this is, what is today? Sheesh, when you have a holiday, it goofs things up. Today is Thursday. So I saw that these were in and I should have picked them, but this is a very time consuming thing. Just relax, get yourself a glass of sweet tea and sit close by with a jar and just pick the chamomile, but make sure you go for the ones that are maybe you didn't catch or you missed it, and just grab the ones that are starting to lose their petals and get them off first, or you just lost out on some chamomile. So let me see, did I get all them? Sometimes you'll see branches like this. That's okay, nothing to worry about. You're basically just picking off the little flowers that look like a little daisies, but as you can see, I have quite a bit to pick. This little plant has outdone itself, and we're not even officially in summer yet. So I am picking, so my little heart's content here. Yes, I have a little ladybug thing holding it up because it turned into an enormous bush, and it was flopping over from some of our rains that we were getting here. So there you have it, my friends. That is how you harvest chamomile. Now I will go in. You'll probably hear my dogs bark in a minute. Sophie, nothing unusual on my channel. Now what I do normally, I'll pick them. I just so happen to have this jar on me today. I am putting them in the jar. When I go inside the house, I usually will put them, I'll pick off these stems. Let me get this out of my hand. I will pick off the stems. Sorry about my finger. I will pick out the long stems, and then I'll lay it out on a paper plate. I don't have my dehydrator out yet, and I will just let it air dry, and then I put it right into my jar. I don't wet it or anything like that. I don't rinse it. Never have. This is a pretty clean area right here, which may sound weird, but yeah, I just lay it out. You can lay it out on a paper towel, paper plate, and then when they're dry, they'll look real teeny tiny. And then just put it in a jar that has some slots in it. And yeah, that's how I store mine. Mason jar that has, you know, those plastic lids with some holes in it for air. But I am so excited because I'm pretty sure I said in a previous video about this chamomile that I was really hoping for another full jar. I'm starting to think that I might be able to get a full-size quart. If that is the case, I will just take the lid off the other one and I'll dump them, like these 2 little jars when this one's dry, because the other jar is dry. I'll dump it right into either a half quart or a full quart. So I wonder how much I will actually get this year. I was just looking forward to getting another half quart size, but I think I'm going to be able to get a lot more than that. I will keep you posted throughout the season if I think by me picking it, it is coming back. But all I can tell you, my friends, is I've already been picking this enough to have a full half-size mason jar, and look at how many more there are. I mean, this, I don't know if it really shows up on camera the way that it is here, but it is like a bush. It is huge. There's so many on here. So, like I said, just go in and pick the ones that are starting to lose their leaves. Try not to wait till they get to that point. This was just me missing it from Memorial Day weekend. And just snap those off and put them in your bowl, container, whatever it is you have outside. And see, can you see that? I'm not sure if it shows up. It's ready to, it's getting ready. About another week, if you don't pick these off, it drops seeds. So I hope that that was helpful as far as the chamomile is concerned. Now I'm dropping it all over. Yikes. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I gotta stop forgetting my tripod. I'm really sorry about that. But I am going to, not that I want to do this job, but I'm going to try to take a little bit of time and just try to pick off all these first that I see. And then I will try to come in and pick off the bigger ones. What do I mean by bigger ones? One set, let's see, where it looks pretty full. They're all usually like the same size, but let me give you an example. See, that's a little bitty tiny one. And then you'll get these bigger chamomiles. So, and make sure you bend down and look in to get these ones that are losing their leaves and harvest them. So, that is my video today, all about chamomile. And hopefully I answered someone's question, which was, how do I harvest? What do I do with it? I will make tea out of this. I dry it first, and then I will make tea out of it. See, this is even a better shot right here. Do you see this? The leaves will fold down before it turns into like just these cones. So you want to really try to stay on top of your chamomile plant so that, like I said, it doesn't just drop seeds and then you miss out on all this beautiful, wonderful chamomile. If you have not smelled fresh chamomile, my goodness gracious, you are missing out. And this is such a beautiful thing in the garden to have. So, on that note, I will let you know if I think the more I pick, the more it's growing, because I really do think that it is, because it's enormous. It's right next to my echinacea, right there. So I'm going to go back to picking. And then, like I said, at the very end, you just pull off if you get any of these green stems. Not a big deal. Just pull the head off the stem, get rid of the stem, and just make sure your jar is only filled with a bunch of the heads. You know, and when it's not those heads and you're picking the regular flowers. I've already done this section the other day, and they're already back. So maybe doing this video will help you out to see that. I will come back, give you another update. But honestly, before Memorial Weekend, I sat on this side. It was just easier for me to reach. And I harvested all the chamomile that was all right here. All right there. And can you see all the buds? So, I think that answered your question and my question. And it is replenishing itself. So I think that's awesome. Endless supply of chamomile. Chamomile is relaxing, smells fantastic. It's great in a cup of tea. It will keep you calm. It also will help you to sleep. I usually will drink a half a cup and I'm already out like a light. So this is the section that I sat the other day and picked all the chamomile off this one side, and already I have a bunch of buds back. So, I think that answered a bunch of questions. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. And just the beauty and this smell. Oh my gosh, I can't even explain it. Compared to like a chamomile tea bag, this is beyond. This is beyond words. It smells that good. So, I love you all. I hope you enjoyed the chamomile video. And I guess I will talk to y'all on the next one. Like, subscribe, make sure your notification bell's on, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.